All right. Are people hearing me? Should we get a sound check? Welcome back to Almond's workshop. Oh, God. Where is the good stuff, people? I'm going to bring you a couple of things today, but opening up the workshop, bringing in a couple of people, say a few things. My students sit back. We'll talk in a minute about a new class, too. Oh, because I want to talk about that class while we work. And we'll get there. But first, I know that we're going to talk to Pate, and Pate is going to bring us something special. Would you say special? Fantastic. Is Pate around?
Hello.
Pate is. Hello, Pate. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for um, throwing this out on a workshop. I want people to see, and I'm ready to see because I didn't get to see it. So I'm going to shut up and I'm just going to give you the floor.
All right, guys. Um, where are we? Here we are. Okay. Uh, just apologies if you hear me and an individual in the background. I'm going through a pesticide. I double booked. My apologies. My partner's taking care of all of it. Hi.
Paid if you'd like to come
I'm
back and
sorry. Yeah. Let's
it,
come back in 5 minutes.
okay, here, I'll give you 15, you know what I mean? Take it easy, just, let us know in the chat. Okay, so I'm taking over the start here, people. And I want us, Chewy, do we can transfer here to a new search to my search page. I want to do a triplet. People, look what I'm bringing you right off the bat. Yummy. I'm going to have an intensive reading course, by the way. Oh, what is this? We've got a new tool, but before we get there, look what I did, people. Anybody see what I am up to here on DLG? Oh, look what I put in here. I put the venom with the dragon, and I got 13. 13 works. And people, if you just want to see, what do I have? How did I have these organized? Oh, yes. There's Euripides Ion, right? Origin. Just look quick at the authors. Right? Greg Nazianzus. Didymus Caicus. I don't work with Didymus Caicus a lot. That's like, what is that, blind testicles? It's weird. Look, people, it's the venom of the asps. Ow! We're getting some wine. Isaiah. Isaiah. People, are you surprised? No, this is Isaiah's Abbas. Because that one doesn't exist. Sedicon. Sounds unpleasant. You know what I mean? Pas ios tu dracontos, tu infusontos in cardiae. Where is that poison going to? My poor heart. Possessios. Right? That's how it is with the old aspidos asp. People, look at there's Nonus making shit up. Dracontes. Dolijos ios. Eos. What a way to describe it. People, there's traditions with these words. There's two searches here. I want to do a new one that we've never done. I want to do a proximity search. Looking for? Are we hunting dragons today? They want to hunt dragons. Oh, God. What kind of dragons? People. How about dragons that are diabolic. We need one more entry. People, because I know I'm getting a hit on this. If you don't believe me, you believe me? Here, let's do the tour. The two-dimensional before we do the three-dimensional. How many hits do we get? 63 people. Let's start with the earliest, and sure enough, it's somebody sacred in their fucking life. Post 81. I don't like that post there. Right? Look at the post. That's questionable. So the dating that they've got is, people always they're shocked at this. Oh God. Oh, look at this, people. What is that one? Look at this whole phrase, people. Ton aoraton echron diabolon draconta. He's the enemy, you know what I mean? Diabolon. You know what we're doing? We're making tornadoes for the rest of the country. Yes, we are. People, they're being born outside. On oraton echthron diabolon. Right? Oh God. He's a oraton. People, are you surprised? Are you surprised? Remember who else was? For those of you who haven't been around a while, right? What is that aoratos? It's the unseen. Gaia, Earth was that in the beginning in the Bible. Right? Because that's what gods are. Oh, God. What a wonderful phrase. Yeah. Anyhow, so there's our dragon, right? Boom. Plutarch. Nope. Not count. Origin's trying to tell us to avoid that dunamis self, the devil, right? Oh, God. Origin. How can origin be helpful? Here we go. Okay. Here's what we need to do. Now, people, if I was working on this, I'd say, okay, look, I've got a project now. This Origin's going to be talking shit about Job. So, okay, I can use this. I can do the comparison of how the diabolic is associated with that dragon, right? The corruption of one's interior, and I can do it through Origin. Yeah, look what Origin's doing. That dragon, the Archaios, the first, right? The arch god, the Diabolos. Yeah, what does he do in John's Apocalypse, right? Says he has many heads, says Origin. Look what Origin's doing. Ugar esti monokephalos. He's not one. This isn't a dude with one head, right? And he's going to go on and talk about it. Apparently, that's the homily in the Psalms. Nice. Physiologus, of course. Oh, 2 to 4. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chewy. Is it having buffering problems? Damn it. I hope people were able to see that. People, let's see. Is that, yeah. Let me do a couple more and then let's give Pate the floor again. And we'll do this is still just the deuce, people. We're just doing 2x2s right now. It's the way of the Lord. Oh, God. Treated that great dragon the way he did the devil. Oh. Mining people. Look at the environment just by the vocabulary. When you're smelling around for dragons, you're always going to find Sophia. Not, let's not miss this phrase from those Uranian waters. Mm. Hmm. What are Uranian waters? Does anybody know? Do watch this. Uran. Hmm? Wait, what are you? Oh, they're these are coming from them. Fantastic people. God, what a bunch of analyzers. People, I'm gonna do a double search again. Just wait, we'll get to a third. But here's the Uranian waters. Let's see where we go. Full corpus. Do we get a lot? Moderate is not great. Not great. But moderate. Where do we see them first coming from? See, people, how you can trace the history of the word this way, right? Fantastic. People, just look. Look at the dates. This is why I like the search that puts them in order. Look at the dates and the authors. Pindar, right? 6th. Plato, 5th, 4th, right? Now, unfortunately, in this one, look what we've done with Plato. You piece of shit. He's drawing, is this time, Mace? Yep. He's drawing in the Uranos, right? Or I should just say Uranos, right? With the fire and the water and the air and the earth. What are we doing? We're figuring out how the architecture of the universe works, right? Oh, here's a Lilops. People, a Lilopodic. Go ahead, Pate. Let's come back to Pate. If you're interested, the floor is yours.
All right. Where am I? Share screen, share screen, share screen. There we are. How's everyone going? All right. Here. Can you all hear me?
Great. You
Yep.
sound
You can
great.
hear me.
And by the way, people, I just want people to know I'm seeing this for the first time
How are
myself.
you?
Yes,
Chewy and
yes,
I went through it.
yes.
Um, it it is a little bit more complicated to get installed on Macintosh than it is on Windows operating system, and that's because there's a mm, Apple signature price where you need to pay $100 to get your signatures all placed in onto the apps and everything like that. So I'm trying to figure out the other way for Chewy to install it. She, Chewy, you're going to have to become a developer with me, and we're going to have to develop this app together so that you can have it onto your computer. That
I'm
way we
in.
can, yeah, we'll be able to bypass that signature thing that Macintosh has for security reasons. Okay, everyone. Um, I do usually have a tour that this comes with. Welcome to the Universal Sound Operating System. It's a constraint-based composition environment. You build your song structures from template, validate them against the USOS rules and policies, and hear them as scale-driven melodies. I'll close that right now. Here is your song structure. I believe this is the Song of Dionysus. I have been working on the 20, 25 lines that you asked me to read, and I placed it into this and made a song out of it. Now, the song is quite big. I wasn't able to finish it. There's complications, but um, it's a work in progress. I can have it all play automatically just in a wave form or a MIDI form because it's just a skeleton um, with rules and engagements. Doesn't matter. Okay, so if I press on one of the sections, I can have I'm so sorry, I'm distracted. My little boy is walking around me. Okay, so I can associate my lead instruments with whatever I would like. I can do it here. You can see all the instruments for your lead. You have an accompaniment. You have all your instruments here. This is how it'll automate the story. And here's your rudiments that you can place as well. Um, and here is the terminal. It goes through more um, details, you could say, and all certain main scales. Now the scales, as I was showing Chewy the other day, if I can find it in my manifolds, section architecture, recurrence, this is for the songs, energy landscapes, power distribution, whole bunch of things. I get very overwhelmed with this too. Here's your tri-state. Holistic OS. I can't find my. It's so huge. It's such a big app. Pre-chorus. Here's a summary. And I'm distracted at the same time. Scale wheel. Oh, there we go. I found it. Here are all your scales that I was able to put on the circumference of reality and constraints. Here you are, Ionian major, and it relates to clarity, confidence, and resilience when we're in normal. If we're in a sharp, we have purity, serenity, grief. We have spark, joy, and release when it's on a sharp, and we can see the tri factor here within the song too. So at the moment, the Dionysus song, which was assessed, is mostly in those scales. So a harmonic minimum and an Ionian scale. I can have every scale play. I don't know if you hear it. I don't think you hear it. It was playing for.
No, I didn't hear it, Pate.
Nah, I didn't hear it either. It was working for.
Take your time and don't worry about anything. If distractions, don't worry. We're sitting here in the workshop, so it's not a big deal. I'm over. Can I just say I am overwhelmed. This is gorgeous and beautiful.
This is just the
And
song part.
oh God, please keep. I'm gonna bounce off and explain it. Make sure you do so, Pate, for people who are maybe at a level that you need to keep it simple. People like me, right? This is fantastic. People Pate is so smart. He always puts me in my proper place of humility. Okay, floor is yours.
So we have an emotional manifold. all of our emotions are on this scale of valence, arousal, and dominance. We can see rage and fury, we can see triumph and ecstasy, and we can see boredom and apathy at that level. We can search for any emotion that you want. Where's my worry? My worry is in here. And this is placed onto the um, all the build of the song. My scale wheel again. As you can see, all the emotions are there. Um, and if we look at lyrics, lyrics are very interesting. I can load up any file that has words in it. It'll go through the whole process and it'll tell me uh, what kind of document this is. Is it scientific? Is it technical? Is it philosophical? Is it fiction? And it'll pop up with um, that indicator. So let's go through it now. I've classified my journey. This is a real document I pulled up. It's 70% real and 30% magic. Now, the magic only means that it violates a flow, and that flow is created by all the languages that we have, um, all the all the nouns and and verbs of the languages. I have Egyptian, I have Latin, I got Hindi, German, Chinese, which is Mandarin really, Sumerian, Sanskrit, Akkadian, Arabic, Greek, English, and French. Let's look at Greek. Well, these are not, I think I didn't update my USOS. It's okay. I've got your 3 books here, Dr. Hillman, that I can prime my AI that's on OS or USOS, and it'll go through all of your books.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm glad you got them from the pirates.
I am looking for my heat map. Full lexicon, languages. It must be somewhere else. Anyways, it could be in lyrics. It could be anywhere. This is not end user. This is just all the thoughts, all the documents, all the knowledge, all the facts, all the physics in one place. I need to tie it up a little bit better than this. Language, reality. There we go. Constraint space, capture violation, power overlays, climate, freedom overlays, operators. I cannot find. Oh, is it here? Is it here? I have a heat map that has all the languages on it, and we can see it on the constraints of reality. It's okay. Right now we have Greek. Okay. This is the crux of the whole thing. This is the crux of reality. We have Ananke around as the constraints of reality. We have Chronos as the movement of time. It's nursed in the womb of the whole of the cosmos. And we can have all the languages in a reductive manner, which will place in an umbrella term, an axiom of understanding of reality. So these 9 axioms of reality are based on a reductive process of Greek language, or Greek nouns and verbs. So I placed all the nouns and verbs under terms that could umbrella those sections. So action verbs, action, nouns. Now, I was able to do that 9 times. If I remove one of them, I can't really place the other nouns and verbs into the other axioms. A 9 axiom language based reality from Attic Greek. And it's validated by the English nouns and verbs, it's validated by the French, German, obviously not all the languages that we have, but the main languages that we do have all validate this construct. If we combine certain of the axiom pairs, we can have identity, reoccurrence of memory, settlement, and it all leads to a closure. And this is our journey that we go through in reality. This is the song that is placed around this manifold. That was hard to do. This was the biggest thing to do. Everything else kind of just dropped into place. And this is because of Sappho. Sappho is the inspiration of this. She goes through all the grammar. She goes through all the syntaxes. Everyone in Greek is basing their language on her principles. So this is not my make believe. This is very factual. Everybody can reproduce this. Anybody can validate this, and all the instructions are in the app. You can see it in different languages too, if you'd like. Moving on. I can have the song build its own customary build. Sorry, little one, I'm talking. Can you go see mom? I'm sorry, buddy. I should have removed Tool and Latris's build structure here, and I should have removed Metallica's Master of Puppet and Justice build. It's not a copyright thing. It's not playing their song. It's just putting a song in that type of structure. You'll be able to add whatever you'd like, move these around if you want to, etc., and then generate the structure. Now, coda is another word for the end of a song. So there's no power, there's no song, there's no volume. It just becomes a quiet state of existence. Similarly to the Bellman's optimal path. So this is, again, not fiction. It's based on physics. The Bellman optimal path is a calculation that we have that predicts reality. If the Bellman path is violated, we understand that there's something that has been introduced that wasn't there in the first place. And that's another method or another technique that we can use to identify what is fiction and what is based in reality, we could say. I don't mind magic. So let's go magic. We are now wizards. We can now build our song structures with a new new opportunity. Oh, up here. Golden spirals, chaos attractors, ritual circles, divination fields, mythic echoes, faith transcendence, strange loops, oracle drifts, emergencies, sacred geometries, and I can force it to break that path through reality, which is here we are, which is this, right? So now we understand that if we go through a normal journey around reality and we cut the process, we then create magic. We create a way to overdrive reality. and it's beautifully sang. Moving on, we have rudiments that we can automate. It will place all the styles of rhythm to your song. Chorus, all the build is there. We went through all these, and now here we are at the very interesting part for you, Dr. Hillman, is that we have all the languages, lexicons, and dictionaries, and grammar, and syntactical procedures in our language section. Sorry, I'm distracted again. Here's the lexicon journey. And here is, come on, here are our lexicons and dictionaries. Now I have the full LSJ and Bailey on this operating system, and let's look at logos. There we go. Okay. Now logos has a lot of similarities to other words, and that will come up in the process as well. So I have the default lemma substring gloss. I have the consonant skeleton, so this will ignore all vowels. So lambda, gamma, and sigma, it will ignore the omicrons. Or I can just decide which consonant or vowel not to use. Let's just use them all. Logos, allogos, adulogos, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. All the logos, all the logos. And here we can see that in your books, you don't really use the Greek words. So we can go pharmaca. Right? Am I stuck? There we go. Pharmaca. It took a little bit to load. Pharmaca. And did you not spell it that way? Oh no, it's not working. Hillman. Bailey's. Did I not? Oh, it's looking at this word. Pharmakeia, It should be working. I'm not quite sure why it's not coming up on this. It was working with Chewy yesterday, I think. Not yesterday, before yesterday, the other day. This is my version. The version that's online is working. A bit sad. It's okay. Maybe I have to do it in English. No, that's just my checker. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find where I wrote the word. It's such a big system. It's totally gone. Where did it go?
Can I just ask, while you're working and while you're demonstrating and putting things together, can I just ask? This strikes me as a tremendous undertaking, and it's is it a fact that this teaches you as you go along,
Yes.
as you create your art, your art is then like educating you. It's teaching you. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You've got Satan up there. What's going on?
So I have at the moment the STN branch. I don't have this is perfect. This is a perfect demonstration of why we should get the TLG. The STN branch, the segmento new branch that I have is only partial. I don't have all the findings, all the results of the TLG on my computer. I can get that if I have a subscription to the full version. Nonetheless, I have the possibility to go through the styles of Satanas. I had a visual demonstration of it too, but I had to reduce it because it was not appearing properly through this window. I'm still working on it. You guys did see some stuff on it I posted. Okay, um, it's
That
quite
is
big.
amazing. Hey, hang on. Let me ask you, Pate. Can you take us back to that diagram that you had that was Ananke encircling the all pawn? Can you just let us, and by us I mean, let us, those of us who are learning now from you, explain that to us. Just, give us a once around.
Sure,
You're the devil, and we are the people that you are showing the cosmos to.
sure.
So,
It
yeah, go ahead.
all comes from the Greek. Now, we were able to ontologically observe reality, and we are able to use those words as those constraints. Very beautifully done. We put personifications to these beings, these flow of life. Ananke meaning constraints, meaning nothing passes through Ananke. If you look at the terminology um, of the word,
And I just tell you, Ananke is more Orphic than any. Um, oh God, this looks like an Orphic orb to me, and I'm trying to
it is.
understand it based on that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It absolutely is. It's loading up Ananke. It is a big system. I'm running on a big uh, GPU, this GPU graphics processor, and it still has me waiting because I don't think it's taking the graphics processor. I think it's just taking the computer. I've got it stuck on logos. It's okay. I will open it up again and share my screen again. Here we go. Languages. We go into the lexicon. And where do I put my word? Here, let's go to the full. Actually, I won't go to the full. I'll just write this word here. So, how do we write Ananke? Do we write like this? A, well, alpha nu, key, and epsilon. Is that right?
It's Alpha Nu Alpha Gamma Kappa Eta.
Gamma, kappa, eta.
Eta. Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So now it'll go back to logos. But if I
An
copy and
epsilon.
paste,
Hang on, was that an epsilon on the end? I think you put an epsilon.
oh,
You need
sorry,
your eta.
eta.
There we go.
There we go. Force, constraint, necessity, critere, or dépiquer, set. Huh, interesting. And in French, nécessité, contrainte. And we have it again. Anke, metal, ana. And it goes through the whole thing. Compulsion under disguise of persuasion. Force majeure, major force. Duress, they're banging for cockroaches. Okay. Back to the manifolds. back to the manifold of need. And here you are. Here's the constraints. This circumference of reality is Ananke. There's nothing that goes outside of this. Everything is within this, within that womb of Ananke, that reality that is her, and we live through her, through these constraints. Now you can see the manifold moving because Chronos and Ananke create reality. It creates our sense of flow and our capability of having our senses um, interpret ontologically what is going on for us. The need as such, the center as such, you could say it's Thanos. You could say that the emergence of things creates the song. Without the need, without the push, without the drive, we're just complacent. We don't do anything. Now, the first sound, the first song, the first realization is Thanos. We can have a look at the Thanos, the terminology. I'll copy, paste so I don't push alpha or something. It'll take us 10 minutes to load. Thanos, light, bright, warm. Thanos, Ali, Stephanos. Ooh, and we can go through its understanding in this way as well. So yes, this is an educational tool. Yeah, and it will be available for everyone to understand and to go through. Meaning, and so our song goes around Thanos, right? It allows us to understand what is needed for us to be able to reveal things and harmonize things. We have to do certain things, certain actions. We have to bind, we have to probe, we have to withdraw. And if you control the need, which religions and ideologies do, we stop living in a reality. We stop living within Ananke. We start living into that person's ideology, that person's state of mind, and they want to control our state of mind, our reality, how we move through Ananke, our song, our Thanos being controlled and dismembered. That is religion. That is ideologies. And that's why it's so dangerous, because it stops us from journeying, it stops us from growing, it stops us from having closure. We're in a permanent state of fear, a permanent state of not knowing if it's okay to do things because we do not know what reality is. We are then based in, where's my manifold? I'm in, we are then based in a state of wizardry or magic, right? Which I showed up all the styles. So that's how we create magic. We create magic by understanding Ananke. We understand that Ananke has children and is manifesting reality with those constraints. Thanos is not the only child of Kronos and Ananke. Okay, where am I at now? Any questions? No?
Chaos.
Oh, chaos.
Chaos is one of those children.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
What is there
exactly.
any of that in here? Okay, I'm gonna
Oh,
shut up.
yes. Chaos is definitely a part of all of that. And that's a magical side of it. And the chaos only is represented in a state of confusion or change. So chaos really for Ananke is not chaos at all. She understands the chaos. She understands why it's going through the way that it's going through or randomly one point to the other. It's not chaos if you see the whole picture. It's only chaos if you're living through it, if you're in it. So yeah, chaos is definitely a magical state. It does not follow the um, where am I? It does not follow reality. It's a strange attractor dynamics. The
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
Okay. Wait. I've got another one.
sure
I've got another one. I want another child. Where is ether in all of this?
the
I
ether.
know that I I kind of feel the ether in this because that ether is what carries like the power of Olympus is through the ether. So I'm wondering, ether is a child of necessity, compulsion. Is that like the medium of the magic? How does the Is there any ether in here?
It, wow, it probably does. Um, as such, ether. Oh wow, such a big word. It has so many meanings to this. The ether. Is it the depth? Is it the emotion? Is it the intention? Is it the well? It's the necessity, isn't it? Wow. So yeah, I'd have to be able to explain it better. I'd have to go into the Greek a little bit more in that understanding. I was very focused on Phanos, not necessarily focused on all the other children, but ether is like it's not flux. What's ether? Oh, wow. If we
Yeah,
go in,
exactly. I'm struck. I'm struck by your Orphic core here. Underneath all the programming is an Orphic reality that you're pulling out. I mean, I'm glad I wore white, you know what I mean? Because this is the it's like an Orphic poet has come to life in the form of programming, and Sappho made him do it. You
yes,
know what I mean?
all
The
through
more
Sappho.
can I ask you this, Pate? The more that I encounter Sappho, the more I see that the music is dependent upon her, and there's a reason they call her the 10th muse. You know, this is amazing. I'm sorry, but this is absolutely amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it does work. I'm not sure why your book didn't show up the pharmaca part. Um, but yeah, it's working beautifully. And I had the AI sorting out yesterday. It was my big thing yesterday. So if I start the AI bridge, it'll start it in a few seconds. It'll tell me that it's up. I go to my sorry for all the writing to either I hooked up to all LLMs, Olama, and my developmental developer AI. I can start, and then I can prime. So by priming the AI, you unindoctrinate it. So it sent all my instructions of how to behave, and it's answering me. The user is sharing extensive documentation about the Universal Sound Operating System, which continues an earlier observation conversation where both systems and user contributed detailed context, blah, 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 blah. I'll answer in report terms if you changing the workspace. It's working, right? So I could say, like, who is Jesus? Right? And it'll be able to answer me in an ontological fashion. Now, your books, where'd they go? Where are they? There they are. Your books are able to be primed as well. I'm able to send all of your books into that system, and it will consider your perspective instead of um, its own pre-training, which is amazing. I've got your whole three books in there, and It'll
You're
listen to.
scaring me, Pate. Pate, you're scaring me.
um,
Please, please continue. But this is starting to disturb me a little bit. But go ahead.
I could pick your
I'm
brain.
excited too. I'm excited too. I feel like I'm with Dr. Frankenstein. I really do. I'm like, oh my God, it's dangerous to be smart. Okay, go ahead.
um, if you ever want to create a new book and you want to place it in there too, you can do it through the save and export sections. I can export the whole field and full name of the whole USOS, and I can place it into um, any text that I want. It'll be a JSON form. And yes, JSON is very appropriate for that terminology because you're building a ship, you're putting stuff in a ship, and then you're sidecarding it. You're basically invading the application. Welcome, Jason. All right. Um,
Mad scientist. You're doing
Massa.
that mad scientist thing.
uh, and here's my developer section. It basically allows you to know where I'm at in this. I'll put that one available. Yeah, it goes through the whole setup of where I'm at. It shows you all the work that I've done on all the scales. Um, you can pick another JSON in case you want to assess it on another application. It explains to you all the work. Here's the to-dos, and here are certain things that have been done, and it goes on and on and on. So I can keep my mind clear of what's needed. Here's all the things that have been done. Here are the future projects that are involved. What else am I missing now? I can see the song structure as well on this, but it's just for testing things out. I feel like I've missed something. What else can I show you? I can take I could take a song, an MP3, right? I can take an MP3 and I can go, where's my twinkle twinkle little star? Twinkle twinkle little star on a grand piano. Okay? Very simple. It'll run the transcript and then it'll give me the whole song and all the notes on it. It's taking a while. Actually, I have to just open it from here. Twinkle, twinkle, maybe. Aha, okay, here. It's posting me the whole JSON, right? I'll just call it test in Greek. And then I'll open it up. Here's my grief song that I posted the other day. Downloads. Test JSON. I could load it up that way. It's going through here. Here's my developer AI. I'll place it all into this. I'll load it up, import, and here's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I can then add any instrument that I want to it. I suggest a lead and accompaniment, and then I can go deeper into it. I can create the rhythm and the style of rhythm or scales, like a 12-tet or just intonation, and it will also build the cycle of beats that should be there. It's also going into other languages to understand rudiments better. So you can see all the Hindu stuff here as well. And then you export it as a wave or a MIDI. I already have it up there. Do I want to replace it? Sure. In the load and save, there's an enable harmonic um, review of the song. So Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is more American than European. It's based on a root of C. Seems to be also linked to Ionian scales in there too. Sorry. Use harmonic annotation. I can use the Roman numerals for extraction instead. So if I export, where's my export? Oh, here are all the notes that it reverse engineered. So I can take any song and reverse engineer harmonically the notes and the timing it took. And it goes into the pitch and it goes into the rudiments as well of the song. In the end, we have a. Do I have to do this? Is this why it's not working? There we go. I didn't fully modify it. I can do more work on the MIDI. This is not the end product of the reverse engineer. I can then take all that information, and I can then put it into a music composer and produce something that sounds like this, because it's considering the scales, it's considering the music, the rhythm, and I called it Twinkle Venus. Oh, there's a better version. There you go. Anyways, so the
Can't hear
AI,
it. Pate, could you do that again? We couldn't hear it on this end.
you could not hear it.
Yes, no, can't hear.
Where am I? Can you hear it now?
Nope.
No. How's this? Can you hear it now?
Yes, got it now.
Not bad, huh? Originally, it's not as nice as this because this is AI interpretation. Now, I'll open up the other one for you. I'll open up the screen as well. Sharing screen, sharing the song.
Or Sophia says, play it on your speaker and hold your microphone up to it.
This is the reverse engineer part. This is the USOS. This is not AI at all. This is the reverse engineering output raw. And the original song that I took that from is Twinkle 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 Twinkle. Where did I? That's not this one. Twinkle 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 Twinkle. I'm looking for the piano part. I have a lot of work done.
Somebody said something in Maori.
Twinkle, full twinkle star, twinkle grand. You heard that? That's the original. The one pre. This is the reverse engineered. All right, let's get back to the USOS. Share my screen. USOS. Okay. As you can see, the USOS is a valid um, representation of music and of documentation. You can basically upload any of your texts um, in the language bar. It will check the whole system. It doesn't matter if it's a song. It doesn't matter if it's a document. It doesn't matter if it's Greek. It doesn't matter if it's Mandarin. I'm able to put more languages as the further along we go. And I'm able to, well, the system is able to um, be further developed with instructions, with advice. This is not a closed project. I would like everybody to be involved. I am embarrassed at the fact that these three prime, I was really wanting to show your books off. But it is what it is. I ended up working on this until 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday. Still trying to working, still working things out. Transcript.
It's like your art. It's like a sculpture that you're constantly working on. Is that right? And tell us, just give me how long have you been working on this, Pate?
Theoretically, I've been working on it since I've oh wow, it's been years. It's been years. I've started all my research with the Sumerian stuff, the oldest artifacts that we had. Unfortunately, it did lead me to the Greek, and then the Greek made me understand that most of the data that we have are retrospection and retrofitted. So most of the artifacts that we have are interpreted on a biased way of theology, right? So they're trying to bring about a perspective of the world that fits their narrative, and that happens. We're all raised in this world. We're all in it together, and our philosophies and our ideologies come from our parents and their parents and so on, and we've been doing that for millennia. It's very important that we now, as their great grandchildren, try to understand why they were doing things and try to differentiate the fantasy, or the actions that don't necessarily lead to what we want, um, and then replace it to have more constructive behaviors. My background is in psychology. I've done my university uh, bachelor's degree in psych. My previous wife had cancer during my university courses, so right at the end, I had done everything. I just had one more exam to do on social sciences, which is not my favorite, and because it's very biased and very opinionated. Nonetheless, I didn't get to do the exam. My wife had then survived for 3 years, and then she passed away. I have two children from her. It's my sad
I'm
story.
sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Um, I'm doing a lot better. I have a new partner. I have a little boy that's called Link, and he's amazing. He's 3 years old. So we're doing a lot better.
That's
Taking this,
fantastic.
yeah, taking that.
Enjoy it. Enjoy that period. You know what I mean? It's a lot. No,
Yes,
it's
it's
true.
so.
It's a lot of work, but enjoy it because
Oh,
you'll look back on this time that you're with him
yes.
at this age, and you'll say, "I wish I could go
I
back
wish
to
I
that."
could have done these things. I wish I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
love it. I love it. Can you tell me really quick? You mentioned, Pate, the first 20 to 25 lines of the Bacchae.
Yes,
How does that factoring in here? Again, explain it to me like I'm a dummy. Thank you.
sure. If I go ahead and go into my language manifold, I can take, no, where did I put it? I can take Euripides. I can take the text in Greek. I'll copy it. No, that's not. Okay. You guys see my USOS? Is it on the right screen?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't see my OSOS? Yeah, you do.
Yes, I wait. No, we see it right here.
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
fantastic. So, am I putting it in the right section? I think I need to put it in the lyrics section. Okay, I place all of Euripides' Dionysus song. I could apply it to the 4 parts. I'm dissecting the song. I'll place it here too. I'll classify the journey, and it's telling me that it's 15% real and 85% magic. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that it's fiction. It's telling me that it reads like a poem. So Euripides is singing. This is a song. This is a poem. It's fragmented. It's reduced in single words, 1 to 3 words per line. Expands fragment into full sentences. That's a different part. It's diverse. It's recurring motifs. And then we can put instruments to it. We can put emotions to it, which is fantastic. Here is verse 1 of the song. I can put interest in it. I can read it and change the emotion if I want to fit the text better. These lyrics are then copyable as an export. I can copy the lyrics in that structure, and if I can show you how it looks like this. So the song that you were talking about, that you wanted to do, that had, who is it? Is it the one that was shown to us last class? Do you remember? The one with the American Bill of Rights, I think.
Oh, Thomas Jefferson. What?
Thomas Jefferson. So this is what we can do with Thomas Jefferson's stuff. I can put it all in the proper section, and we can make a song out of what he is saying. You can take all of this information, you can take the whole song, and you can put it into your digital audio workshop. It
Chewie
will.
says we can't see the lyrics, Pate.
Uh,
Chewie says.
oh, oh, okay. I'll change the screen and I'll show you the text. There you go, guys. Here's just the copy paste of the lyrics section that I was able to extract from that file. We can do that with anyone. We can place that into your own operating system, or you can try the one that's built in the USOS, AI. um, Magenta, and AudioCraft. I don't necessarily suggest it. It is there, it is in place, it is ready for something that is better than those music creators. They are only samplers at the moment, and that's open source. So the whole universal sounding operating system is free. I'm not making any money on it. So um,
Can I ask, as we're considering all of this, because I'm trying to see what you're doing, and kind of in the big picture of, well, this is a museum space, and the art that you're exercising. What is the magic that you're doing? And I think what you're doing for me, Pate, is you're bringing a very visual component to kind of the physics of the cosmos, the Orphic physics of the cosmos for me,
yes.
right? Let me ask you this. That's kind of where I'm coming from. As if I were a musician, what are you showing me that we can do musically? Because
So
yeah.
musically, what I'm doing is that I am placing all the tools that a musician needs, all the instrument um, theory, all the music theory in one location. And it relates to all music theory. I'm not just looking at American, I'm not looking at modern, I'm looking at the whole picture. And if I have things that are missing, I can just add it to this and update the system and put it up for everyone to use again. Um, as a musician, I can build my skeleton, my whole build, my music skeleton. I can understand the scale that should be used, and I can hear it in real time as well. The the reason why you weren't hearing it, I think it was because I had my um, my computer playing it instead of the I don't know what it is. Tri-state meaning all the scales. Where did all my scales go to? Scale wheel, Phrygian, Lydian. Did you hear that this time?
Yes, this time very quietly.
Okay. Yeah. You can play every scale. So it allows the musician to understand what they're actually doing and not just randomly being inspired and maybe putting a false note where it doesn't really belong. Oh, I should show you this before everything.
So
So,
it could be a music educator as
oh
well. I
yes,
mean,
oh yes. It tells
it's
you the
really an
rhythm, it tells you the prose, it tells you the cadence, it tells you everything that is needed, and it tells you if you're violating it. So there's an incomplete freedom, it must be zero foreclosure. So I can just automatically fix it all.
that is wild. That is wild. I'm trying to think how now to apply this, as a linguist. If I
No,
can feed in texts that are musical,
yes,
how can I use this magic that you've brought us with insanity? This
with
has
left,
complete people. This is dangerous, but
it is.
gorgeously dangerous.
So as a linguist, it allows you to um, dissect and see in real time the combination of semantic um, reality, right? It shows you what it means in one language, it shows you what it means in real time in another language, and it allows you to copy paste freely. It doesn't limit you like other digital audio workstations can do. Usually they're all front end anyways. Mine is very back end oriented, meaning there's a lot of theory, there's a lot of physics, there's a lot of constraints that are based on music theory, physics, etc. I'm repeating myself, but I think that this software is revolutionary. I have not seen it done in anywhere else, and it is not something that uh, should be contained and made money out of, because this is library, educational, nonprofit. It is the crux of our reality and our understanding. And if I place money on this, it's going to bias it all.
That is amazing. People who are watching now to the gallery who is sitting there taking in this information, is there anything you want to ask Pate? Put up any good questions. Pate, can you watch the chat? And I want you to monitor it. I'm going to do this too, but I want you to monitor it for any questions that you think, oh, this is, so somebody says, so it's a library AI song export. Is that what's
Sure.
going on? All
Yeah,
right.
it's a
Did you
library
determine
AI
which?
song export. Yep, you can copy a post um, so that it's not too far out of the character limitations, and you would be able to put that into your AI if you want to. I'm not relying on AI. I don't want to rely on AI because the AI is pre-trained and indoctrinated. The system unindoctrinates the AI that you're going to use, which you have access to choose which one you want. And oh, I forgot the other thing I was going to say. Anyways, let's read some more questions. Can I plug it into my Neuralink? Yes. You can also plug it into Obsidian. Um, it's .mds, so it's quite versatile. It should be working on Linux, Macintosh, on your phone, and on Windows. Now, there's certain limitations to smaller applications like your phone. You don't get access to the AI. The program needs your hardware to save the AI so that it's not online, so it's offline AI. What else? Obsidian is a throne of Azazel. Nice. It unlearns AI and then it does it configure it with long term? Yes, it's trained, so it's post trained. And if it reverts back, which it can, to its pre-trained state, you just prime it again, and it'll reconfirm what's going on. But once you install the AI, if it's an AI that you're trying to go to, it will be unindoctrinated by those buttons that are beside. Um, are we all part of the OG source? Nice. We are all one? Yep, exactly. We're all in the same boat, all rowing on the same oar. Sometimes we go in circles. 10 ions, but I'm not sure. Eventually, this will be its own TLG. Exactly. So this will be able to connect to all the libraries that we have, all the sources that we have, and it will be able to dissect it and assess it uh, without bias. It has structures, constraints that it's respecting, and it won't violate those. And if it does violate those, it'll tell you that it does. Here's from Slam Builder. I wonder if a tuner could be added. Yes, a tuner is going to be added. Subatomic has already created a mixer, I think, or something like that. Once he's done his beautiful holiday, we'll be looking into sidecarting any mixer, any um, operating system that relates to that. Just move my mouse.
Oh, oh my God. Can I just say, first of all, Pate, you make me feel stupid. But the people who are watching, people who are assembled right now, you also make me feel so fucking dumb. Now listen, that's a good thing though, because I know, like one of you said, you're not a programmer, so this is this is totally not your art. Um, but Pate, this is what I think is important: is that uh, you have a place and a purpose that goes beyond. You know, when it comes to time, you necessity pushes you in a way that I can sit and admire just the art itself. And I can say, yes, I'm trying to get my mind on it. I'm trying to get my mind around it. And that's amazing. That's what the museum is all about. I would love, Pate, to get a couple of musicians with you
Yes.
to be able to try to figure out what, you know,
If it's valid,
the,
I just need
the
validity.
applications, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's work all together, please. Any musician, yeah, that is very technically skilled, that knows their stuff. One or two, maybe three, uh, that is willing to work with me. Um, I'm more than willing to hear your advice, your opinion, corrections, violations. If you can't probe my system, if you can't tell me that this is right and this is wrong, then I'm not doing my job right.
Nice. Now, see, that's people. That's somebody that is in the academy. You know what I mean? That's somebody who is in the museum, who's plugged in like that. That's amazing, Pate. That's absolutely amazing. Let me
Yeah.
throw. Here's what I want to do. I want to, because I feel so dumb. I want to throw up the Greek, right? Because look, people, put this in perspective, right? We are bringing text that we're looking at very rudiment, just the rudiments we're taking out of the ground of the literature. We're just pulling out, we're just harvesting it. And those elements are the Orphic drive that I can see in what Pate's doing is just a visualization of Ananke. I can say, oh yeah, no, I can see how that's coming right out of the language, you know? So I think that's amazing. I don't know how to describe that. It's some kind of divine step forward, you know, for us to all be able to get that in our heads. And I think this is real important work. This is, I don't,
It's real
okay,
work.
I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let you answer anybody else's question that wants to ask you questions. And you tell me when you're done, Pate. And I'm gonna put up the text and translate. We're gonna translate.
Can we create music from prophecy? Yes, we can. Absolutely. It's there. Prophecy is music. Please post the
Prophecy.
program. Yes, I will post the program, but I need Chewy to be able to install it off of Macintosh before we can. She's um, close to being able to do all that. We did hit a bottleneck, but we're circumventing all of that as we speak. Oh, I love music, but I'm just unfortunately not gifted with understanding it. I can play instruments by sight teaching, but notes are like Chinese language to me, and that's okay, because you have access to all the scales there, and you'll be able to hear your song. Just pick a scale, focus on only one scale, and you can do a fundamental song. You can see load PO1 up here on the USOS. Click on that, it'll load you a basic build, a basic skeleton, and just have fun with that. If you want to work on your lyrics, there's a language corrector on it too. If you wanted to make it Greek, it'll be even easier because Greek is beautiful. Oh, I need to show you this. I have to find it. It is in it is in the manifolds, or is it under language reality, all the languages, Sumerian. I need to find my heat map. Constraint space, no. Violation, no. Power overlay constraint. I'm sorry, guys. I did post some up before. I found it. I found it. Heat map. Guys, look, Sumerian. Sumerian. This is all the language, all the verbs, all the nouns of those languages reduced to a map. Um, where did I go? Sumerian. Okay, Greek. Ah, here's Greek. Here's Greek, and there's a few other things on top of that. What happened? Interesting. This one's Greek. This looks like Chinese to me. In this one, let's find Mandarin. Uh, Chinese, Mandarin. There. See, Mandarin has a lot more revealing nodes and action nodes. A lot of relate, but no harmony. It doesn't really harmonize. Let's check Sanskrit. Sanskrit. It looks a little bit like Greek, doesn't it? Um, Arabic. What does Arabic? Oh, it looks pretty similar. It's interesting that it looks similar. You wouldn't think it would. You would think it would look like Akkadian. Look at Akkadian. It has no harmony. It has different volumes of binding and action and probe. How about Egyptian, which is not the Aramaic, it's the pictographs. Look at that. It has a lot of reveal. Isn't that interesting? We can place all the verbs, all the nouns that we can collect from all the ancient texts, and we can place it all on the place it all on Ananke and see where it lives within her. And we can differentiate the languages from the other. We do that so we can understand where the language is coming from. We can do that to see if there's a big difference between languages. I have to admit, I did not put the quote unquote Hebrew stuff in it. Yes, I do have Yehuda's work in this. Yehuda's work is very good. There's more than just the Hebrew is Greek part. He does a lot of work for philosophers, and I would recommend for you to, like anyone, everybody, to read those too. It's in the pack. It's sent to you guys once it's uploaded. Coming back to the Hebrew stuff, I'm afraid to put it in. I am terrified to put it in because I think it's going to ruin the system.
You're going to break the timeline again, Pate. Stop. Right. I knew Wretch would be here. Right. Wait. If I understand correctly, we could find the ideal sympathetic magic analogs for anything. Figure
Yeah,
out the synthesis of the cosmos. Pate, what's your
yeah.
comment on that?
I think you're onto it. Hey, and Snappy too. I'll come back to you, Snappy. Where's Rich? Rich, if I understand this correctly, we could find the ideal sympathetic magic analogs. Exactly. Figure out the synthesia of the cosmos. Exactly. We can understand what's in sync. We can understand what's not in sync. We can understand what is pulled out of someone's fantasy, to not say rude things at the moment. We are able to do all of that at a click of a button now. It is amazing. Let's go back to Snappy. What did Snappy say?
I agree, Anna 666. This is mind blowing.
Okay. Snappy, Madalena. Oh, sorry.
This is
Microtones. Yes, there's
dangerous.
microtones. We have microtones in this. Absolutely. We have microtones. I know nothing. Did I miss something else? Okay, Snappy. We can get this to use meter, yes, and form, yes. Like we give it the info. Could it compose for us a three ambas? Yes. Or other complex poetic forms? Exactly. Yes, it can, because it's all in there. All the theory is in there. Of course, there are microtones. Yeah, there's microtones. There's nothing in this that I redacted or reduced. It is something that I'm trying not to bias or to misinform. If there is caution, it's declared and reproducible. So you guys can all take this. If you're a genius, coding genius, you can take all of this information and you can reproduce it yourself. This is not something that I possess. This is the information that is available for everyone placed in one area. And yes, I can associate, link up libraries. At the moment, I'm planning to mirror the Soma library, which means that I have to download all of the large library that we have collected onto my spare hard drive, and then I can link that up to the USOS. We can create certain links and websites so that we can do that online. Um, but I do like having my stuff offline. It's a personal thing for you that you can keep protected. Snappy, you're saying we need to put this on GitHub. Yes, it's on GitHub at the moment, but it is under developer mode. So it's not fully public. It's just available for the people that are trying to build it up with me. Time machine. It is a time machine. Well, this basically allows us to be necromancers. We can bring any voice back. We can bring any song back. It gives me
Oh my
shivers.
God. Oh my God. Hey, any voice we can bring back? Wretch says the woke smagikai that we find in the PGM, that music, he says, alone will improve magic practice.
Yeah,
Can we feed that music? Can we? But
yeah,
come on.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can even plug in the PGM into it, I think, but it'll
Oh
be.
God, we should do that. It'll bring the end of the fucking world. Oh my God.
It has a lot of Semitic stuff in it, though, so I'm very anxious about doing it. If we can just keep it Akkadian, maybe we'll be okay. Um, I really don't want to put the Hebrew stuff in it.
So for example, like you could just feed it the hymn to Selene or something that uses forms that you and I may recognize as Hebrew, but they actually aren't. Like Satanael.
Yes,
People say that's Hebrew. No, it's actually not. The Sabaoth, right? The Lord God Sabaoth. You would think that that was Greek, but
it's Ionian.
if you just put it in there as the Greek that we find in the PGM, can we then analyze it and say where does this sit
Yes.
on in Ananke, and how does it how do we then Wretch, what's the next step? How do we bring this to uh fulfill our goals as the Legion of Doom? Come on, Wretch, you can speak.
Several.
Right, Pate, Pate will share the stage with Wretch. Put him in. Wretch, just get off your butt and get
Oh,
up
found out
here.
Yahweh's secret magic name? Sure. Oh, I also put, when I'm talking about Sumerian, I've got the book from Irvin Finkel, Dr. Finkel, placed into it. I have all the chicken chicken markings, all the wedges. Anyways, I was going to show
Wretch,
you this
Wretch, can you
while
hear
we're
me?
waiting for
Excuse me,
Rich.
Pate, for 1 second. 1 second, Pate. Wretch, can you hear me?
Yes, can you guys hear me?
Fantastic. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit and talk with Pate about this, and we'll just listen in like a bunch of, voyeurs.
Uh, okay. Well, look, there's a lot I don't understand about this AI and everything, but I mean, well, I'd love to hear all kinds of things turned into music or like the Orphic hymns or these voces magicae, or however it's pronounced. Uh, there's it's theoretically possible to create a musical spell to put
Okay.
Yahweh back in Tartarus, or we can use because there's musical elements through Kabbalah to Hebrew, even if it's plagiarized. That was projected on by plagiarizing Greek philosophy. That's what Kabbalah is. But so it's all plagiarized and twisted. But we can, as Madalena said, we could re-Greek the Hebrew and figure it out, and then once we understand how they distorted the Greek, then we can understand the intentions of their black magic, and then we can counter it.
Exactly. And we don't need to redact anything. We can just make it very clear that this is what's happening. This is what they're saying. This is what there is. And this is what similarities that there are there. I don't want to be lying to anyone. I don't want to be hiding anything. I want it all there for everybody to be able to see very clearly.
So uh, there's a wide variety of books I could recommend on magical music theory from like an author who's a well-respected scholar named Jocelyn Godwin, and he shows, say, like I just posted a little while ago, a book on the music of the seven vowels and the seven notes and various theories about that might expand um, the
Theory and
per-
the
the theory
algorithms.
and parameter, yeah, the options for customization of the music
All
might
right.
expand the options. So,
Now, I've
um,
taken a lot of Sappho's stuff. I've taken a lot of Plato's stuff. Usually, all the Greek theory, the music theory, um, I believe is mostly there. But if you do have that little extra little bit, like you're saying, um, I can place it in there and see if it's already there, and um, add to it. There's really nothing wrong with adding to this.
very cool. I'm curious to see what will happen if I put my own writings in there. I'm kind of scared though.
Ha! Well, what it can do is help you formulate the grammar. I'm sure that um, you'll see that certain magical terminologies are simply like short sentences versus long sentences, repetitions, unusual punctuations. It's not nothing tremendously amazing. It's just stating that there's certain violations to reality. Reality
I see.
being an expectation of what happens within constraints.
Okay, so I mean, it sounds like this underlying ideal musical grammar is the self-similar image by which reality as a fractal is generated out of,
Yes.
and that we can thereby calculate the ideal image is by translating the music into mathematics and then graph it out as an image, perhaps.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, a visual representation plus all the coding that's necessary for you to be able to mathematically assess
That's
reality.
incredible. I was just almost like giving you my kind of like wild fantasy, and then you're like, yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah,
I mean, it's based on the philosophy. It's all there.
it's all
Like
there.
I didn't make that, but
I'm not making it up
I
either, right?
I can't. I just I'm amazed that this is possible. But
Yeah,
wow, congratulations, Pate. You did a
it's a
great job.
long um, group effort, and I'm not the only one that's been working on this. A lot of the information that you're sharing too, Rich, I've assimilated, I've comprehended. I even made a song for you. I think you remember that one.
Yeah, you
Uh,
did.
yeah, it's all about the fractal spiral.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Wow. That's I'm very flattered, Pate. Thank you. And thank you for thinking of me.
You're welcome. Any
Wow.
other questions? Can you see? Oh, look, put this in. Uh-huh. And what would you like from that? Now we can do that off screen, off stream too. NA. We can take that, copy. I shut my program down. I'll open up next time. I've got that saved on my copy NA, and then I'll post it out for you after we're done. Oh, look at that. Xander's putting the 9 planets on there and doing the astrology on our axioms. Fantastic. Yeah, very cool. Will your program show if your prose hits all the points on the manifold? Yeah, exactly. It will. It'll show you that you have closure. It shows you that you're prodding. It shows you that you're withdrawing. You know, if someone is creating a fear, someone is stopping you or guilt tripping you from testing things out, you know from this circumvention, this constraint of Ananke, that they are defying her, and she's not allowed to express reality. You have to be able to probe, and you have to be able to withdraw the information that you see that it isn't fitting. So that is the basis. Go on.
Wow. So there's all kinds of it's much more Abrahamic than pagan, but it's got to be bastardized and plagiarized like the rest of it. But so if we consider that Yahweh confused the languages from the original Adamic language, it's called often, or pre-confusion of tongues language. Uh, it seems to be that music is and math is really that language,
Mm-hmm.
and that they have somehow confused things to hijack the magical potential of Greek for their black magic. And so, I don't know. I wonder if somehow we can use this to reconstruct some kind of Greek language or Greek ritual language that is not necessarily explicit in the text but is implied all over the place. Or that somehow by comparing different languages, we can find some kind of like universal grammar, according to Noam Chomsky's theories or something, that, uses the Greek as the template, I guess, or we assume that the Greek is the most ideal language, and then see what we get.
Mm.
Does that does
It,
that any of that make sense? Or
it makes sense. Yes, we can take any other language, we can place it in there. It can be even a pretend. It can be Klingon, right? It doesn't really matter. um, we just need to put the Rosetta Stone in there and be able to translate it. So yes, it needs a grammar, it needs a lexicon, it needs a dictionary, and we can.
Please don't use Klingon, please.
yeah. So
I can't speak Klingon, by the way. I don't know it at all.
Fantastic.
so
I saw Madalena had a quick question about the reading. People, I want to flash. Pate and Rhett, stay there. I'm just going to take 5 minutes here, and I want people to look at a couple of the concepts that are in the opening of the Bacchae from the Greek. It is right here, Chewy. Can we? Oh, did she go make coffee? Okay. People, I want you to think as we're looking at this monstrosity of nature that is gorgeously beautiful that Pate is constructed right in front of your eyes. It gives me a little bit of fear, right? A little bit of fear for what's going on. Realize that we are talking about that elemental fire that carries the lightning. right? That's what is in the Greek. So I don't know how to bring that out. Pate to the program. Wretch is a magician. Figure out how to bridge these gaps. But I want you to see the profound elemental science that is in this passage, right? I've come as a child of God. Right? That is what people don't read Pistheos as a child of Zeus. In their ear, it is a child of the ethereal God. Okay, you know where that aether is, right? Oh, fantastic. Hello, Madalena. No. I'm just going to take 5 minutes, Chewy, because I want us to continue um, to see how that we can make this alive. I have come as a child of God, right? To the land of Thebes. I am Dionysus, whom the Kore Kadmu, the Kore or Korwa Kadmu. This is that great Korah. What are we doing when we perform the rite? Right? Again, remember necessity. Remember Ananke. What do we do when we perform the rite? We make visible the Korah. We resurrect the Korah. There's a reason. Maybe you can figure this out with the programming, right? Through the music, we can figure this out. This is the Korah, the daughter, the child, the queen of the underworld is the Korah. Semele. Semele. She is Locheothes. People, this is to give birth. Lochial discharge is the discharge of birth. And this is what simile does. And then we have this little dative here. Astrape foroi puri. With or by means of
Purple.
the lightning bearing fire. People, right? Okay.
Wow. What is
I
that?
changed. I
Lightning
changed my.
fire.
Yeah. Go ahead, Pate. What is the comment?
Yeah, what is lightning fire? What is that being struck by lightning?
Simile, in order to bring Dionysus, brings him, must be struck by that lightning. I changed my form, says Dionysus. I changed my form from a god to a mortal form. Do you understand? We're introduced to the lochial discharge of the god, and that produces the divinity who takes on mortality. I'm sitting here by these fonts. This water, right? Dersi and Ismeni's talking about. I see the mnema. Now, you programmers, people, I see the monument. I see the monument of my mother, Keraunia. What is she? She is that one who's born the child through the lightning. Now, Dionysus is looking at everything destroyed except for the little place where her father, Cadmus, made a memorial to her. It's a place that's not absolutely untrodden. I jumped from the lightning to the sanctuary, to the place where she was destroyed. The birth of her child is her own destruction. So I want you to realize the whole lightning birth that's going on in this funny phrase in the third line. People, we need a program to be able to extract that and tell us what the hell is going on, because this is the very power of this is the magic that we're all describing and looking at. It's sitting right there, contained in this Fox Puros, people. Right?
Is it her
Right?
discharge?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Is it her discharge? The
Yes.
discharge of Semele?
Yes, it's the birthing discharge, right? It's the process
Your
of
Starfire?
yeah. 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 What is the astropophoric, people? Look, right? They're going to give you flashing, and that's not going to be able to tell you anything, right? It's not going to be able to tell you anything, because you don't know the cult, the way the cult is using these terms. Watch. When we go right to you can start with the nominal form, the onoma, the Greeks said, right? But you're only going to get so much. Again, flashing of lightning, right? Personified. The light of a lamp. The flashing of the eyes. Does that sound familiar? Right? Okay, now watch though. This is really what's going on. What are we doing? We're hurling things. Right? Wait, what? Yes. Within the flashing of the lightning is the concept of the hurling. That's really what's going on. To make something conspicuous, to illuminate, look at the bottom, right? What is that? Now you know why Zeus is Zeus. He hurls the lightning. Didn't you think that this whole mystery was centered? Like people say, oh, we're introducing a new God. We are. But that God was already there and creating a balance. When you get this Zeus who hurls the lightning, you get Typhon, the Hypochthonian Typhon, who fights for Echidna. Right? This is the sacred reality that is behind what you and I see, and people like Pate are probing, right? Coming up with three-dimensional diagrams of exactly where Ananke borders reality and how this is genius, people. I love it. I love it. There's one more thing I wanted to say about Euripides, people. You can watch all the places that Dionysus goes, right? You can look at the fact that he's with Greeks, Greek speakers, and barbarians, right? Right? This is a big deal. People will skip over it and say it doesn't really matter. It's a geographical little, hoo-ha venture. No, this is the tuning. We're working between worlds. One is using the Greek that has the music, that physics that's able to manipulate, to do what Wretch wants to do. He's sitting there waiting to play it. And we're working in a world of people who do not have this capacity. Those of us with the languages that are bar, 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 bar. Right? What is the power of people? We're looking at the music. I just want you to see. This is the power of the daimon. Do you understand? This is the chorus. If you don't think this is musical because that daimon is musical, you have to realize Bacchus is here to set up his chorus. All of these people, the Pentheuses, right? All of the Maenads that are thrown in prison, that are taken a hold of, right? Anoluluxa, right? Hallelujah, man. Get your thyrsus and let this thing show itself, right? Why? Because we're going to celebrate simile. Okay, people, listen what I'm saying. This is the mystery in the mother of Dionysus. She explains the perfect balance of the mother and the one who hurls the lightning. And people, that is somehow a picture, a graphic expression of reality. Okay, if you could understand it, you're not going to build a church out of it. You're not going to go there and worship. If you understand it, you could live every day in a state of mind that was working on a different level than what you've worked before. And I'm sure this is why people said, no, you're born again when you go through the mystery. When they give you the drugs and put you through the hoo ha, you're born again and it changes the way you think. Okay, I'm going to stop now. And I want an analysis here using Wretch and Pate. Just
Sure.
be my good counsel tonight, please.
Okay. Um, can I start with Dionysus? Just the name. Why is there a Y in the name? That's an English interpretation. That's an English projection. It's due to the growth and transference of language. I tried to see if Dionysus, the word, the name, we could find it in our original primary texts. And did you know that it's stolen? It's gone. We don't have access to it. It's not in our parchments because the parchments are not there. And it's only that section. It's so weird. There are people that have been able to talk about it and write about it, and I was able to find some of their works, and I did place the poem, the song, into the assistant, and I do have a translation. So I'll try to read it here. The user wants me to present the Bacchae prologue as Euripides would have sung it. Oh, wait, I'm having it sing. This is the wrong conversation. Let's place it back here and I'll just read it off. I see Mother's tomb, Dionysus. I have come, Zeus's son. I get it. Zeus is not necessarily Zeus. Which brings me back to his name already. So Dio, right? Dio and Nusus.
You got to present it, Pate. Put it on presentation.
I
so
have
we
to
see it.
present.
Well, you don't have to. No. Go ahead. You don't have to. Just let's hear the translation.
Yep. Oh, wrong one. Where's my USOS? Okay, there. So the translation, the Nusus is the place that he was born in. He was born in that place. He got married in that place, and Dio means from the USOS traveling means to go through or of or from. Sure, it is future. It is transferred to Zeus and God and whatnot. But if you really look at it, Sappho talks about it too. And Dio or Dia or de apostrophe O is also interpreted by Sappho as Za. So we hear terms like Zabatos or what Jesus is saying, but that's Aeonian. That's is it Aeolian? What's Sappho's scale? It's her language. Jesus is using her language to talk, which is amazing.
He's got an Aeolian scent
Aeolian.
to his breath, huh?
Yes.
Is that right?
That's it.
God. Love it. Oh God, Pate, that gives me such a good. I'm gonna say nice things tonight, not say bad words, because I know your family's probably around.
I've got my
But
earphones.
oh, do you good? Then it gives me an intellectual boner, because That's fantastic, and I'm wondering if you can trace the music then. If you can, like, I don't know, my mind is boggled, and I'm trying to think of the potential applications for what you've got going. Okay, what else about the translation do you wanna talk about?
Um, I think really I really got stuck on the Dionysus, the word Dionysus, and Dio of God, or going through, and Gnosis as the place, and then it goes it touches a whole bunch of different perspectives, but it's always about trees. It's always about where he's been. It's about pressing these trees. The pharmaca is involved in this as well. They're very well known for all of this. Um, and I'll go into back into the translation. Anyways, I have come, God's son, to this land of the Thebans. Okay, whom Cadmus' daughter Semele, all right, once bore when she was seized fire that carries lightning. So it doesn't quite understand it either. Having changed my shape from god to mortal, I stand here by Dirce's stream and Ismenus' water. I see my mother's tomb, thunderstruck, close by the house's ruins of the halls. I have to say that this is not um, it is not it hasn't passed through grammar yet, and it hasn't passed through syntax yet. This is just raw AI interpretation.
Yeah, but I think it's doing a marvelous job, Pate. I mean, like with what you said above of that fire that contains that lightning. Yeah, it still is, I think literally it's doing well as if it were my student, I would be giving it a decent grade. I think that's so far so good. I'm marveling that it can do this at this level. Fantastic. Keep going.
I'm still sad about it because I think that we can put more Orphic understanding. If I had primed your books into this, we'd have a deeper understanding. I just haven't set it up perfectly yet. Um, well, it is what it is. It takes
Nice.
time.
Nice.
So
Okay, let me say this. Let me say this. You mentioned the Orphics, and I'll bring in the class as well. Um, the Loeb Classical Library. People, if you can get access to the Loeb Classical Library, they're about to come out this summer with a new edition that is the Orphic, everything Orphic.
wow.
And it's a nice study tool. If you dwell on the vocabulary, you're going to start to pick up these ideas that are coming through the text, like the bearing of the lightning. When as a magician can I invoke this magic? When I expose the lightning. And how do you expose the lightning? By profaning the sacred. As a magician, the act of profanation is an act of attracting lightning. So it's like the reaction's going to happen, but you bring it on purpose. That's the kind of stuff that's buried in those words, in those songs of those texts. If your program can help us to see that music, and because obviously you're already pointed directly looking at the 10th muse, at Sappho, for metrical reasons, that are like the scaffolding of the universe or something. I mean, it's seriously blowing my mind. Oh God, people just, it's amazing. Hey, let me tell Madalena and Josh, I'm gonna meet with you Monday. Monday we're starting, and I want you on book 10 of the Odyssey. I am going to send you here. I'm gonna put it up right now, so people don't share. Wait, let me put this up. It's not that. It's not that. Can you look at this? Oh, I got it. Go ahead. Bring that up. Pate, give me a second here. Can you screen share? No. Oh, Pate, unshare for a second
I will.
so I can share this. There we go. Madalena,
I can't wait.
Josh, I want you to get this here. Let me take it back to page 1. Just go to this link here. Chewy will post it, I think. This is a grammar of the Homeric dialect. Look, Monroe, right?
Mm,
Fantastic. Back in, when is this? 1890 friggin' 1. Okay, from Oxford. That's nice. So I want you to look at this, and I want you to notice things like Pate was talking about a couple of things I was gonna throw in. I was gonna throw in Pate digamma just because I love to do that. But I want you to notice the length of time that we have on meter, on the basic poetry, I mean the music, the basic music of Homer. Right, this is all it, people. Look at this. Look at the doubtful vowels. Did you know there are doubtful vowels, right? And then we get to the digamma. People think I'm making this up every time. There's secrets here about the digamma that may help in translation. If you could introduce these concepts to the AI somehow,
Easy.
so it could digest this stuff. You get a basic look, people. You get a basic description of what that digamma is doing. It's an invisible letter, right? It's affecting the music. It's affecting the gravity of the letters around it, right? It's affecting their music, right? So look at here. Look at here, people. There's a digamma here with the double kappa, right? Do you see it? Kappa kappa equals kappa digamma, right? You don't know this stuff until you start reading Homer and you realize, oh shit, right? Just look at this section, words with the initial digamma. The former existence of the digamma in a given Homeric word may be inferred either from its appearance in some other dialect of Greek or, right, because we have inscriptions, people. We've got inscriptions with the digamma in it, right? You can just go to those. Or where this kind of evidence fails, from the corresponding forms in the cognate languages. Watch this. Thus, an original Waikosi is supported by the forms Wikati and Waikati on Doric and Boeotian inscriptions. By the Laconian Baikati, look what's happening to the digamma, people, right? You're getting the Laconian beta. Right? How are we finding this out? Through Hesychius. And again, by Latin viginti. Did you wonder where the V comes from? Which is actually a U. Why is it a U? Because it's the upsilon. You mean Latin is coming from Greek? You mean the sound? Yes, the formation of the sounds are coming from their colonizing neighboring cultures that are using the Greek. And people will say, oh, it's Indo-European, Sanskrit up your butt. An original Westeros, people. Look at the Westeros. I'm telling you, everybody, I'm telling you, the new revolution is the Grimm brothers were stupid. They were stupid and they gave us stupid ideas. There is no Indo-European. Knock it the fuck off. Westeros, just look at the languages rationally with reason and with these goddamn AIs. Take the languages apart and you'll see when Pate says, I'm going to put Greek in there, you can put other languages like Mandarin, put it next to it and see what happens. Do that. Analyze, right? Look at this, people. Westeros. There's your digamma. Westeros by the form Vesparion. On a Locrian, those fucking Locrians, as well as by Latin vesper. In classical Latin, it's vesper. That's why you pronounce the U or the V in Latin as a W. Vesper. It's because that's how the digamma is pronounced. Weedain, right? Voida, weedain, to see. Weedain. What do you think it is in Latin? Weedeo. And from that, those goddamn Grimm brothers, I'm not kidding you, make up a fake fucking ancestor and say, oh, they're all coming from the same thing. No, they're not. Woida, to know. Woida, right? I know. Woida, right? People, I want you to notice these have digammas, which, what's the big deal about the digamma? That is a Mycenaean letter. It's a Mycenaean form that you're not going to ever see in your text, but it will be there. There are invisible music forms to the language, right? Look at, and then they get down to video, right? And they're telling you, video, right? Fantastic. Okay,
Can I say something?
go ahead, Madalena.
I just wanted to say, you just proved the superiority of Mother Greek. I've been waiting to see some of that information.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary because the deeper you get into it, the more you realize, oh, then we can actually do things. We can take this, we can take the superiority that Madeleine is identifying in the language. We can take that and exploit it, expand it, bring it out, show people. This is this is the kind of thing you're doing, Madalena, when you're entering these Greek reading courses, and everybody is going to want to start you in Homer for a very good reason, like a scientific reason, not an ideological reason. So yeah, I love it. I love
That's
it.
beautiful. I love that.
Can you get this text? Oh,
I
here.
already downloaded it.
Oh God, you're fantastic. You too, Josh. Look at this one, guys. Look at this one. Greek, you Greek people. Right? What is the Greek entry at the top? Onyx. That's how you're going to see it in the lexicon, right? And in parentheses, they've got anasa, which looks like a feminine form with a double sigma. Very, very important. It is a Mycenaean thing. It's Mycenaean Greek we're talking about. And then anasen. Anasen. There we have a nice verbal form. Now watch this. The words of this group occur in Homer about 300 times. Right? Now, this person is counting it, right? There's no computers. It's fucking 1890. They're sitting there counting the number of
It's a lot
times.
of work.
We can glean all of this data. Can't you glean this data a whole lot quicker than sitting down and going line by line?
Uh, he would have been sore. He would be bleeding, try and write everything down. He'd had blisters on his fingers. This is insane. This is intense.
Yeah. 300 times. And in about 80 instances, they're preceded, look how observant he is, by a final short vowel, which would ordinarily be elided. So wait a minute, you mean the digamma is doing something to the gravity of the words around it? Right? That look, it's normally elided, but the digamma interferes and it's not. This calculation does not include the phrase iffy anasen. So look, they didn't elide anything to make it iffinasen, to make it flow together. Right? Oh, nothing is gone. What that iffy is a Mycenaean intensifier. How do we know we have the name Medea in Mycenaean Greek? Because we have written out iffy Medea. So we have iffy Medea. Iffy is just an intensifier. Though it's like an extra portion of whatever it's following. Right? So it's Medea on steroids, right? That's what it is. So this calculation does not include that phrase when for some reason we don't have the elision, or the numerous examples of hiatus after the dative singular in iota and the genitives in oio, ao, and ao. Look, people, there are different Homeric genitives. Look at the oio, people. It's not oo, it's oio. Why? The music is just slightly changed. Remember I said the vowels are changing or tuning everything, right? The anasa is that leader. People, you know why I say med de wanasa? because the digamma is there. You don't perceive it, but it is there. It's the music. The me de wanasa is the correct musical form. Now, now you know why they're sitting here with the meter and they have page after page after page of the meter. And this person even debates, should I learn meter by memorizing the rules? Because there are rules to it, right? It's logical. So there are rules to the music of the words. Should I memorize the rules or should I just memorize every fucking word? Right? That's the debate. What is more productive? There are so many exceptions to the rules of meter that it's a little bit fruitless for you to memorize the rules. So in my intensive course, when I sit there and I tell people, do not focus on the accents. Don't. Right? It's because really you can't at this point, right? Really you can't. Oh God, I love it. Pate, where are we?
In terms of,
What can you do with your tech and your Frankensteinish monstrosity? What
okay,
what can we do here for the language for Mother Greek? Can we push things forward somehow?
okay. So when it comes to this book, I can take an image copier. It's called the Tesseract. I've done that for the Brills already. I had to take all of the Brills pages, put them into an image, and then assess it properly, and then place it onto the USOS. So this is doable. I can take this book that you're showing me, I can place it into a digital form, and I can make it so that it's text ready, and I can have it prime the AI, but I can also hard bake it into the system so that it does go through that principle. My developer AI will extract all the necessary information and build a grammar JSON out of that, and we can use that to either uh, automatically assess it or uh, push a button which will pop up the I'm trying to find the name of this book. Anyways, it'll pop that the principles of that book, grammar book, and um, show us what's in front of us.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I understand. I think I understand. If that will somehow help the AI to appreciate the music of the language, to make like a breakthrough, I think we have to make a breakthrough. Hesperos is here, right? Notice it says hiatus occurs in 6 places after the prepositions pati and epi. Right? There are no instances against the digamma here. Vesperos. But wait a minute, you say it's got a rough breathing on it. This is what I want the AI to be able to do. It's got a rough breathing on it, though, people, which means what? It's aspirated. It's got an H sound on it. Did you know, which everybody knows who takes Greek now, right? That H sound is not expressed. You don't see it. It's not on the word. We have to put a little hash mark above the letter, above the epsilon, to indicate that it's there, right? They don't do this when they read it themselves. So they know there is an H on that epsilon, and that H is not an H. It's not even just an aspirated puff. It is a digamma. Digamma is a part of a root. If you don't understand that there's an invisible digamma there, you don't know what the root is. Right? So this is if the AI can learn this kind of stuff, that's what's really
It'll be easy for the AI to learn this.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, here, Pate. This is what I'm talking about. And the Greek things now. The Greek things, look at this. Is, Iphi, Iphia, and Enos. These words with the derived proper names, Iphianasa. Do you see the Iphianasa? There is our digamified wanox or wanasa with that intensifier, Iphi, right in front of it. Okay. So
Wow.
isn't that amazing? That's the
I
power.
love it.
That's the power. Iphiwanasa, right? It's there. You don't see it, but it's there, and it's affecting. You hear the pause between the two vowels, Iphi and anasa. You hear how there's a pause? In that pause is a letter that will change the root itself. In other words, if you don't know this, if you don't know the music, you don't know the meaning. The magic meaning. Wanasa has that pause, that gap. That's why it's Mede Wanasa. Oh, God. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, here's your eolic, by the way, people, right? Right, we're talking Homer. We're going to talk about eolic. We're going to talk about Ionian a little bit because Homer's going to use some of those forms as well. Right, it's really a blend. Homer is a blend. It's kind of like a music, and that's why I get so excited when Pate brings up Sappho because she is the inventor of a metric. Can you believe this? Have you think, oh my God, I make music and I spend a lot of time and I write music and I produce music and I sell these albums and boom, right? Have you ever made a musical form? Have you? That's why I asked that the other night. Have you ever created, right, a new scale? Have you ever discovered an invisible scale hiding behind the scale and bring it out? What a meter, Sapphic meter. What is Sapphic meter? Have you made your own? You know what I mean? This is like this stuff to a dumb guy like me is it's mind-boggling. I want you to get this book, please. Yeah, we'll post the link again, but here's the title page, folks, so you can get it in Pate. This is the Grammar of the Homeric Dialects by
Thank you.
Monroe.
I'll get that.
Monro. Yeah, it's I forget the website that does it there, but it's Chewy is posting at archive.org. Right? Oh
Where I get
God.
my information from.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's it's all free, right? Isn't it nice that they were good people and decided to just,
They're
if they don't
they're
want
amazing. Exactly. They have the right heart.
definitely. Okay, I think I'm shot for tonight, people, and my brain is gonna have to calm down because I'm gonna have to go and kind of try to digest what Pate gave me. People in the future in the workshop, I want people, the Pates out there, I want them to be able to come forward and do their art. Okay, so this will be integrated into these workshops. Okay, next time I'm going to start out now showing you those triplets, the searches with three terms that are found in the same, that are related to each other. It's basically all I'm doing is I'm bringing out I. It's like ideas that are in the text that you don't see, but you can see laid out in front of you with this search, right? You can show it's like it's a little tiny bit like what Pate's doing, but on a not so grand level with requiring such intelligence to do the job. You know what I mean? So everybody who came tonight, thank you. I need advisors. Wretch, in the ruin of the last discord that was not my discord but belonged to others. We lost numerous souls. If there's any way possible, Wretch, let's bring them back. I'm putting you in charge of that, sir. And there's lots of people that I would like to see back involved in this now that I've got control. Everybody, thank you for coming. The discussion will continue in the room the meeting room, the voice channel, and then Chewy says, we'll end it for the night. I want to keep these comments too. I'm so glad that we're going to put this series onto YouTube because I want people to see the comments. Right? I'm totally humbled by you people. Satanic congregation is smart as hell, and it makes me humbled and honored to be able to work with you, Josh and Madalena. We're gonna start next week and get ready for a lot of reading. You both have the lobes, and go to book 10. Find Circe. Where the name Circe appears, I want you to read the line above it and the line below it. Do you understand me? Using the lobe. Do not
I'm on it.
look, do not, I am teaching you a method of packing vocabulary. Okay? I'm teaching you a method of packing vocabulary. Do not use the lexicon.
Okay.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. I love
Thank
it.
you.
Okay. All right, we'll see you guys on what time, Madalena? 8 my time?
8 your time, yeah.
8 my time. Sounds good. And no, this will not walk upon our workshop time. So I'll have the workshop at 7 and then 8. Can we say 8:30, Madalena?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, 8:30. Fantastic. We'll see. That gives us a little bit of cushion, and we don't have to feel rushed when we're in workshop that way.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. All right. Fantastic, people. I'm gonna go explode, and thank you for coming. And hail Satan.
Hail Satan.